Now when opening the box, you just want to be sure to open the sides first. Lifting the top so that you do not scratch the cabinet. When opening the box, just be sure that you inspect your pieces to ensure that there are no damages. If you do notice the damage, be sure to contact your dealer. So starting with our assembly, we're going to grab the foam out of the box, and we're going to take our face frame and place it right on top of the foam just to avoid some scratching. We're going to place glue inside the grooves of the side panel. And we're going to take our side panels and slide them right into place. We want to be sure that the edge of the side panel is flush with the face frame on top. And the same with the other side. Line it up. And again, we just want to make sure that that side panel is flush with the top frame. Our next step, we're going to come to the other end of the cabinet and we're going to apply glue to all three grooves. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to place our bottom panel into these grooves. Now that we're done with the bottom panel, we're going to come to the top of our cabinet. We're going to take our I-beams, also known as stretchers. We're going to place glue into these 3 grooves. I'm going to take the left side. And go to the other side. Slide that one down. Now that we've got our I-beams in, we're going to get to our back panel. Notice you've got 2 grooves. The larger groove is going to be for the top of our cabinet. So we're going to lay this down. I'm going to just apply a bead of glue on both sides. And we're going to place it on top. And push it all into place. Next, we're going to grab our hardware bag. And inside this bag, there's a smaller bag for our L brackets and all of our screws. So we'll dump this off. And take our L brackets. Pull this piece of paper off. There's a nice sticky adhesive that helps apply it. I'm just going to press that on there. I'm going to do the same. Right on this side. Now we want to take our 1/2 inch flathead screws just to lock those L brackets in place. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Now we're going to take our corner blocks and our 1 inch round head screws. We're going to hold our back panel and our side panel together and line it up. We want to line this corner bracket up with the side panel. And as we do the top, we're just going to want to push this in and then move on to the next side. Now that we've got the top 2 in place, we're also going to go move on to the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing. We just want to make sure that on all 4, the holes are facing out. And we're going to do the same on this side. And now we're going to take the remainder 4 1 inch round-headed screws. And we're going to drive them right into the center of our corners. So now that we're done with the top of the cabinet, we're going to move on to the bottom. We're going to take our last two L brackets, peel that paper off, use the sticky. We're just going to place that right here. We just want to make sure that it's flush with the back panel. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And we're going to take our 1/2 inch flathead screws again, and we're just going to secure that L bracket into place. We're going to do the same on this side. Right, and now that we're all set with attaching the corner brackets, we're going to attach our recessed toe kick. We've got 2 plastic corner brackets, and we're going to center them on the edge. We just want to make sure that they're flush with the edge of the toe kick. We're going to take our 1/2 inch screws, and we're going to repeat on this side. Now we're going to attach the toe kick in place, and we just want to make sure that it stays flush with the front of the cabinet. I'm going to push it in, and just use your hand to support it to hold that in there. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. And now we've got our box with our glides, and we're just going to open that now so that we can start working on the draw box. And now we're working with our draw box. First we're going to take our boot glides, also known as glide holders. You want to make sure that this T shape is the top, and we're just going to place it into these holes and push it in. And we've got screws that are going to go into these holes, and we're going to do the same on this side. And now we just want to secure those boots in place. Slide this over, and we're going to put a screw in that side as well. I'm going to even this out, and we're going to do the same on this side with both screws. Next we're going to install the glide. We want to line it up with the boot, push it in, and line it up with the front of the cabinet. And there's a pre-drilled hole right here in the second part. And we just want to make sure that we hold that there and secure it right in. And now we're going to assemble our draw box. We've got our front and our back, and we're just going to apply glue, just a dot, into each groove. And we're going to put the back aside for a minute. We're just going to take one side of the cabinet draw box. We're going to take the side that says JSI. It's going on the inside. I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to take the front of the draw box and push it down. We're going to do the same with the other side. I'm going to lay this down. And we're going to take the top of the drawer, just turn it upside down. We're going to apply the bottom of the draw box. Hold the sides in while we slide it down, just to keep everything even. And then we're going to apply our back. We just want to check all around and make sure that every dovetail is flush. Now that our draw box is assembled, we just want to make sure again that the dovetails are flush. And we're going to take our 1-inch flathead screws and drill them into the center holes. And once we're all set with the front, we're going to move on to the back and do the same thing on this side. Now we're going to install the clips so that we can put the glides in. So we want to make this pointing out towards the opening. We want to line up the screw holes. We're going to take our 1/2 inch flathead and we want to get it at an angle. We're going to do the same thing with the other side. We want to make sure that we keep it at that angle so it doesn't crack your draw box. And we're going to do the same with the other side. And now we're going to install our draw head. We're going to open the package, sides first. And we're going to lift the box up so we don't scratch. Okay, and now we're going to attach the draw box to the draw front. We've got 2 holes on the inside, and what we're going to do is drive our 3/4 inch flathead screws into these holes. Now that we've got our screws through, we're going to take the screws and line them up with the pre-drilled holes that we have in the draw. I'm going to apply pressure down. I'm just going to screw them right in place. Now that we've applied those 2 screws, we're just going to turn the draw box around. We've got 1 hole in the center. I'm going to take the same size. And we now have our draw box. We're going to take our draw box, making sure that both of our glides are pushed all the way back. We want to line the openings up, push down, back. Right as we open, we want to push the metal clips in the back right in, and you'll hear it lock into place. Our next spot is the door. We're going to take both hinges. We're going to put them into the holes. Just push them in. We want to line them up with the pre-drilled holes that we have for them. And now we're going to attach the door. We've got pre-drilled holes. We just want to make sure that our hinges line up with them. And we're going to do the same on the bottom. We're almost done. Next we're going to install the shelf clips. And we're just going to put them at whatever level we feel is necessary. There's 4 holes. We're going to take the shelf with the finished edged outside. And last but not least, we're just going to apply the bumpers. On the door, we just want to put them in the corners, top and bottom. And also, we want to put them in the draw fronts. Center them. One side. And there. And there's our final product of a base cabinet.